Anna Jones. Welcome to the Valder Beebe Show. It's so nice to have you today. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm having a fabulous day, and it just got better because you're talking my language, real estate. I'm sure your team told you that I'm based in Dallas, national broadcast, but I'm based in Dallas. And you know we have the best of everything, and so we've got the best real estate market also, too.
Yeah, everything's bigger in Texas.
Exactly. Let's talk about, it's now October. Let's talk about when is the best week or time to buy a home this year, because listeners are still buying.
Yeah, absolutely. So mid-October brings together historically the most favorable conditions for buyers. That means that buyers can find more homes on the market, less competition from other buyers, and lower home prices. And on top of that, there's more inventory on the market in general than there has been in nearly 5 years, and mortgage rates have softened. All of this is great news for buyers.
How can buyers save maybe $15,000 during this great buying time window?
Yeah, so home prices tend to peak in the summer when you're between school semesters and there are lots of buyers in the market looking to, buy a home and move before school starts again. Once you get into the fall, there are fewer buyers in the market, which means that home prices also tend to cool off. Sellers are also more eager to get their home sold before they enter the holiday season, which means they're more likely to reduce prices and in general just be more flexible.
Is there and this is a little off script, but is there a trend that different demographics buy? And I'll tell you about my demographics. I know best about baby boomers. They don't have to wait on school to end because most of them are empty nesters. So do they buy at a certain time, or they can just afford to buy?
Yeah, you're right on the nose with that. So we do see that in markets where there's a higher concentration of older buyers, we see less strong seasonal dynamics. And that's exactly because of what you said. A lot of baby boomers who are moving and buying, they're bringing home equity with them, which means that they can, wait and buy in the off season, or they can buy really whenever they want because they have that advantage of additional home equity versus, a first time home buyer or move up buyers might be a little bit more, locked into that seasonal pattern.
Okay, so we want the buyers to be ready. What do they need to be ready with for October to buy a home? Just say you're driving down the street and see a great home. What do you need to be ready?
Yeah, so even though it's a great time to buy a home, it's still a relatively expensive housing market. And so that does mean that buyers need to have their financial ducks in a row. Know how much you have for a down payment, go ahead and get your credit score checked and get pre-approved for a mortgage so you know what you're working with. So when you do see that home when you're driving down the street, if you can afford it, if it's in the realm of possibility or not.
Okay, I'm going to take this one from Facebook because my audience is on multiple types of platforms. And the buyer, and I thought this was interesting, the buyer says they and most of their friends, they want to downsize. No one's talking about smaller houses like ranch homes in Texas or tiny houses. Got any information on that?
Yeah, so we have seen this trend towards builders building more smaller, more affordable homes for that exact reason. That's what a lot of buyers are looking for, both because they want to downsize and because that's what they can afford. And so we do see that builders are increasingly, building smaller, more affordable homes to address that very, demand.
Okay, I'm going to take this one from Instagram. They say they're cash rich because of their house. Oh, I need to know them. They say they're cash rich because of their house, but they want a nice house, but they don't want to sink a lot into their house. Any suggestions?
Yeah, being cash rich, that's a great situation to be in. Because mortgage rates are still above 6%, it's a good idea to try and optimize, your down payment and your monthly payment because, the more you put down, the less you're taking out as a loan, the less you're paying in interest. So it's really a good idea to do that math there and figure out, how much am I comfortable putting down in order to get my monthly payment to a comfortable point.
Okay, I'm going to take this, the last one I'm going to take. I got more questions than I have time. This one comes from Instagram also, too. The poster says that they are looking into a smaller home or a tiny home because the sale of their house will allow them to pay for one of these types of homes. Is that a good idea?
Yeah, if you have the capital, it's a great idea to, buy a home outright, especially, if that means, if you're not wiping out all of your savings by doing that. And definitely buying a smaller home, a tiny home, or a home in a more affordable area outright is a great way to just kind of get around those relatively high mortgage rates.
I want my audience to know I've been speaking and getting your questions answered posters to Hannah Jones. She's a senior economic research analyst at Realtor.com. So you got some great information. Hannah, I want to thank you. Is there a place to go online for them to get the rest of their questions answered?
Yeah, you can find more information at Realtor.com/best time to buy.
You did so good in my rapid fire, Hannah Jones. I salute you, and thanks for stopping by the Valder Beebe Show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of the Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.